Dr. Troy White here, and let's talk about presbyopia. What is presbyopia? Well, if you're over 40, you've probably heard of it. If you haven't heard of it and you're not 40, well, your time is coming. So, what is presbyopia? What can we do about it? Is it a concern? I get some patients that turn 40, 42, and they say, "Doc, I can't see up close." And they'll say, "It seemed to happen overnight. Yesterday I could read my phone. Today I can't. I have to back it away." Those are all signs that you've hit presbyopia. Happens to most people in their early 40s. And you'll notice that you can't see or focus like you used to up close. What is actually happening here to the eye? So if you've been blessed with good eyesight your whole life, usually right around age 40, and this again happens to everybody, but it's much more of a shock to those that have had perfect eyesight their whole life. Well, the lens inside the eye is what allows us to focus up close. Now, the cornea is what domes over the iris, the color part of the eye, and it's stationary pretty much throughout our whole life. It'll change a little bit, and that can affect prescription, but the lens inside the eye actually changes multiple times throughout the day. Anytime we're looking up close, it changes size and shape. It actually moves wider, gets thicker, so that we can focus on things up close. So I tell patients, think of this like a camera. You've got, usually in a camera, a two-lens system. You've got a front lens and then a lens that's inside the camera, and that lens moves forward or backwards to help us focus on near objects or far objects. Well, the lens in the eye doesn't move forward and backwards. It just thickens and thins to create a power difference when we look from distance to near. Now, this lens, this crystalline lens, is made up of proteins. So over time, that protein actually denatures or hardens. So think of an egg yolk. If you took an egg yolk and broke open an egg and played around with the egg yolk, it'd be very pliable. But you take that same egg and you hard boil it, you heat it up, that egg yolk has now become solid. Even if you cool that back down, you're not going to turn it back into something that's pliable. It's hardened, it's denatured. So what happens with the lens in the eye is the lens will denature. Those proteins will actually denature slowly over time. So what will happen right around age 40 is that lens it'll still focus, but not as well as it used to. And so then most people start with readers, and they use reading glasses. The glasses give a little bit of magnification, and the lens will do the rest of the work. But over time, the lens still loses more and more flexibility each year. So some common misconceptions, is if I start wearing glasses at 40, if I start wearing readers, it's going to ruin my eyes. It's not going to ruin your eyes. You could try to just rough it and try to not use readers at age 40, but 42, 43, the near is just going to get worse anyway. So I tell patients, when it's time, go ahead and get glasses that help you see. Now, what are some options that we can do for patients with presbyopia? Well, over-the-counter readers do work for some patients, but they're not very convenient. And when you put them on, it's clear up close, but it's blurry far away. So most patients choose, if they're going to wear glasses, to wear progressives. Progressives have reading in the bottom third, and then the top third has distance, and the middle third has a little bit of reading power. So what's nice about that is, top part you can use to watch TV, to drive with, to see far away. The middle third you can use for computer, dashboard, things like that. And then the bottom third you can use to read. Makes it really nice, really convenient. We can also put most patients in contact lenses. And there's different types of contacts we can do. Monovision's one option where one contact's fit for distance, others for reading. Sounds crazy, but it works really well. Have over 80% success rate in fitting patients with monovision. They also make multifocal contacts that have distance and near power in the contact. And again, we have about an 80% success rate in fitting patients with contacts. So lots of options. for patients that have presbyopia. Don't just try to muscle through it because you can't. It's going to strain your eyes. You won't be able to see. You get a pair of glasses, you get contacts, you'll be able to read like you used to. Maybe not when you were 20, but it'll be much, much better. Presbyopia is nothing to, worry about. You live long enough, you have enough birthdays, you're going to be presented with presbyopia. It's not the end of the world, and we can help you with it.